Hello to all of you. I realize I've been making a lot of videos like this recently where I've just been talking constantly and whatnot, and believe me, these are not, my gameplay quantity has kind of declined and these have kind of gone up. Believe me, this is not intentional. It's simply what circumstances have caused. I am a victim of circumstance, as some would say. Anyway, the reason I'm making this is, I know I sound sort of solemn right now and almost kind of. Believe me, I'm not. This is nothing. This is nothing negative directed towards you. Believe me, this is nothing like that. So have no fear. I'm not going to. I'm not going to verbally assault any of you. Reach for the monitor and choke you with my bare hands if I wanted to do that. But I'm not going to. So anyway, basically, the reason I'm making this is pretty much as good a time as any to do it because we're right at the end of the year. It's December 30th when I'm making this. By the way, in case you watch this on a later date. The basically everyone's making year-end videos, reflections. It's sort of a lot of YouTubers do it, and it's an appropriate thing to do. It's good to have reflect and see what's coming for the future. And for me, it's a little different. I mean, I'm not doing lots of year-end videos. This is the only one like that you'll see from me. And basic, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Basically, 2012, I'm basically going to reflect a little bit on this year and some of the effects it's had, and on the channel. Obviously, I'm not doing any sort of personal, my sad story or whatnot. No, 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 nothing like that. Don't worry. This is a depressing video. Believe me, I will try and make this as miserable for you as possible, but I'm not gonna make it that miserable. So, essentially, 2012 has not been a brilliant year for me. All I will say is that I have had a lot of things happen throughout the course of this year, and some of them have been quite nasty, some of them relatively minimal, but a culmination of all of them has had an impact on my life a lot this year. And basically, but this is the part like, okay, that's depressing and all, but why trouble us with that? Because it's affected the Let's Plays. It's affected my channel. It's affected how I've been doing. If you look at my earlier Let's Play videos and my Let's Play videos from this year, the general idea is still the same, but the quality overall, just how I've spoken, how I've acted, how I've just basically how I've functioned has gone down. And I've always prided myself with Let's Plays on holding a certain degree of professionalism, consistency, and all of those values. I know that all of those values have kind of gone down the drain this year, and I apologize for that. Not that I'm. I mean, let me try that again. What I was trying to say was, it's not that my Let's Plays have been horrible necessarily. It's just that the ones that I've made have been solid, but they weren't the brilliant ones that I'd intended to make. Because Let's Plays have been my outlet. I enjoy making them, and I love making them, that's why I make them, but I use them as an outlet. I use them when I need to deflate, when I need to calm down, in essence, is a good way to put it. And so Let's Playing is a good way to unwind, and it's fun, and it's also productive, because I hate not being productive. If I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I can't stand it. And basically, so Let's Plays have been my way of doing that, and hopefully entertain you guys at the same time while we all have fun. And the reason I ramble on like this is because those of you who have been with me throughout the course of this year, some of you who have just recently joined may not be aware of this, but my Let's Play quality has dropped due to inconsistency, and because I've abandoned some of my principles. And so, for God's sake, it's not that hard, Liam. Just say what you're trying to say. Problem is, I can't remember what I'm trying to say half the time. My Let's Plays have been very inconsistent. What I mean by this is I've started lots of Let's Plays this year, and then I've stopped them. Some of them I've tried to start up again, and then stopped. Because once I finished the KOTOR Let's Plays were solid. That was kind of the end of the line. That was the last. That was once I finished my Dark Side of KOTOR Let's Plays and finished off those two games. Everything just kind of went downhill. Dragon Age Origins was solid, but apart from that, And that's because I stopped and started a lot of things like Fable, Fallout. I didn't do Fallout this year. That was last year. Oh God, it's been going on longer than that. Oh no! Morrowind I tried again. Halo, and just I know I think Fallout was this year. What am I talking about? Oh, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. The point still stands. And because of all of these things, you guys have been yanked around. I've been tugging you back and forth. He's doing this. No, now he's doing this. Oh wait, he stopped doing this. And it seems like every week or so, I was putting up a video saying, "I'm sorry, I've changed my mind. I'm doing this now. I'm doing this now instead. No, I'm not doing this anymore. I know I told you guys I was doing this, but now I want to do this instead." And that was a reflection of the indecisiveness that came about because I wasn't certain where my own life was going. And unfortunately I tried to use let's I consider this an outlet, but I do try and be professional when I do it. And the mental state that I was in for a lot of this year prevented me from doing my let's plays in a professional manner. And for that I do apologize. That wasn't right of me to I should have seen that it was declining, and I should have intervened. And unfortunately, I could see where it was going, but I kept telling myself, "It'll get better. I'll do better on the next one. The next project will be better. The next one." And I had all these unfinished things, and it was amateur hour, amateur year actually. Well, they said, believe me, it wasn't the Mayan apocalypse. That had nothing to do with it. But anyway, um, yes, I suppose I could have used that as a cop out, couldn't I? The impending apocalypse prevented me from making good Let's Plays. Bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, um, so 2012 has not been good, and now I'd like to talk a little bit about the kind of games that I like to Let's Play, and because it ties into my manner of what I consider professionalism when it comes to Let's Playing. I Let's Played games, and you'll look at the playlists I've done. You'll notice most of my Let's Plays are older games, and the reason for that is a couple of reasons. One, they're not games that everyone has done to death. Well, I mean, some of them are, but because they're older, they're considered. They have an older game holds a much more comfortable Let's Play atmosphere than a new game, because new games are sort of hot and on the market. Everyone's going on and about them. Everyone's got an opinion on how it should be done. Older Let's Plays are more calm, more casual, more comfortable, and that's why I like to do those. And like you look at Oblivion, KOTOR, and it's like those are old games. Like, I mean, they're not archaic. They're not these crusty old relics, but they're like 7 to 9 years old when you consider the age difference, and that's quite a long time for a game. And I mean, I think the most recent one I've done, besides the Skyrim, and that Skyrim's been going all over the place, but the most recent one I've done is it's Dragon Age Origins, which is 2009. That's still 3 years old. And Dragon Age was I felt comfortable doing it, but it wasn't as good as some of the older ones I've done. The other reason I record older games is because my capture card is standard definition. And when I record older games, the older graphics engines are more compatible with it. It's not that I can't record newer games, I can. And for the most part, like I tested a couple of newer games. I had a friend loan me a couple of newer games the other day, and basically I tested them, and they came out pretty well. The problem is Skyrim. I don't know what it is about Skyrim's engine. Like I've tried other newer games. I've tried Halo 4, I tried Assassin's Creed 3, and they both looked just fine, like excellent, just using my normal capture card. They weren't masterpiece 1080p, but they looked really good. Definitely looked better than Skyrim. And Skyrim, I still don't think Skyrim looks horrible. It's just not as good as it should be when you look at some of my older ones. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that those are older games, but also because I think Skyrim's engine is just so up there that my poor capture card just can't keep up with it. And that's one of the reasons I was hesitant to do Skyrim, apart from the fact that it was a brand new game, but also because I didn't feel comfortable jumping so far ahead. And unfortunately, my Oblivion Let's Play is probably what did it, because you got to think, after Oblivion, it's an Elder Scrolls game, and we really enjoyed that. Oblivion's one of my, and I'm quite proud of my Oblivion Let's Play. but lots of people said, "Are you going to do Skyrim?" And I said, "No, not right now." And so many people were disappointed. They were just, oh, I mean, they weren't nasty about it or anything. They were just disappointed. They asked me what I was going to do, and they were disappointed with the result. And that's fine. You have the right to be disappointed. And I felt horrible because I'm like, oh no. I mean, these people love my videos, but every time I tried to do another Let's Play, people would say, when is Skyrim coming? Are you going to do Skyrim?" And that's the problem. So I figured, okay, I waited a year. I launched it a year after the game originally came out. And the problem is, I don't know what it is, but I still get people telling me that Skyrim's quality isn't very good. And believe me, I've tried just about everything I can with that, and it's gotten to the point now where that's always on my mind. And I honestly I did Skyrim because so many people wanted me to do it. I caved. I abandoned part. It's part of this trend of me abandoning my Let's Playing ethics, and I caved into pressure essentially. And I shouldn't have done that. No, that was incredibly foolish of me. The reason and where was I going with that? See, I didn't plot out what I was going to say beforehand. This is all just off the top of my head. And basically, damn it, damn it, damn it. Basically, I regret starting Skyrim in this condition now. I don't have access to a high-definition capture device. I have no intention of purchasing one. One, because no high-definition capture cards run with the Mac. No, that's not true. Hopog has one, but it's $400. And while I do like you, I love you guys. I really do. I love my fans. I am not gonna drop $400 just for a Hopog. It's not worth it. My standard definition capture card can record plenty of games that I can enjoy making Let's Plays of. Now, unfortunately, the Skyrim quality isn't gonna go up in terms of visual. But the quality of my Let's Plays in general is gonna go up in 2013. I promise you that. But the visual quality of Skyrim is as it is. So I won't. And honestly, I don't know. After saying I've been very inconsistent with my Let's Plays and been canceling and tugging you guys around, now Skyrim's on the fritz. It's like the thing so many people wanted. I think this will probably be the final straw for a lot of you, and I hope that it isn't. But I don't know what to do about Skyrim. I don't want to cancel it because I'd feel horrible doing that, especially after so much build up and anticipation. But at the same time, I'm just not enjoying it. I can't focus on it, knowing that so many people are disappointed with the visual effects, and it doesn't look as good as the others. I know it doesn't. I don't think it looks as bad as so many people are saying it is, but I don't think it looks as bad as that. But I agree, it's not the best quality. It's not what it should be, and unfortunately, that is just beyond my control. It really is. I'm not trying to make excuses. I despise making excuses because it's like ducking responsibility, and it's not right. But unfortunately, that's just the truth. It's the truth, and I can't deny it. So I suppose that's up to you, really. I don't know what to do about Skyrim. I don't like the way I've set it up. I don't like balancing the two characters, and I'm just not enjoying it with the knowledge that people don't like the visual quality. Like, what you see on the screen isn't what I see. I see it in excellent quality on the television I used to record. The problem is, between the capture device and YouTube's naturally dumbing down the quality so it's more compatible, it's just ugh. It never looks as good. So, moving on from Skyrim, I don't know what to do about that, honestly. I mean, let me know, if you wouldn't mind letting me know what you guys think about that. But in essence, now I'm going to talk about improving. That's 2012, the debacle that was 2012. Now we're looking forward to 2013. And my Let's Playing standards are going to be restored to what they were when I started. When I started, I held myself up to a higher standard. I always told myself the integrity of the video is what matters. and I still try and hold by that principle. The problem is I just think because of everything that's happened this year, the negativity, it's just sort of been like I've been kind of approaching my Let's Plays in a half-assed manner. Sit down, record for the sake of it, and do it. And unfortunately, I became sort of lax in my commentary. I've become more vulgar. I looked back, I didn't think I was becoming as vulgar as perhaps it seemed to be, but apparently I looked back at some of my videos and I think, why did you say that? That's horrible. Don't say that. That's terrible. And I got into scraps with a couple of fans over it. I feel like a heroin addict or a drug addict or something who's done something terrible and now he's looking back and saying, "Why did I do that? That's so stupid." Except I assure you, I do not do any sort of vice or narcotics, and I look very, I look, I don't, and I have no sympathy for people who do. So that's what I'm trying to say. I look very poorly upon those who do. And that's completely off topic. So, basically, I am going to improve my Let's Plays in 2013. I am going to go back to my traditional standards, less obscenities, more focused and concise commentary on what I'm doing in the game, calm, relaxed, casual, but still professional. What I did when I first made Let's Plays, in 2010 and 2011, and this 2012 horror, this 2012 horror, it will hopefully just be a bad memory by the time I'm done. We will do reparations. We will make it better. And I apologize again for dragging you guys around for a lot of this year. And it's not right. It's not right for me to do that. It wasn't deliberate. It was simply I was running all over the place, and you guys just sort of you guys were just tied to the horse at the time. I was riding all over the place, and you guys were just strapped along for the ride. So that's all I really wanted to say. I will be reforming my Let's Play ethics. I don't know what to do about Skyrim. I'm not gonna. If I do end up stopping the Skyrim LP, I will come back to it eventually, I'm sure. I'll have a different approach. Skyrim, I think, was just... I wanted to make so many people excited and happy by doing it. This was going to be like the grand surge, go out, end the year with a finale, with a bang, and go on strong into 2013, and unfortunately that's not what happened. It backfired. I tried to take on too much on top of everything else I was doing, and because I always put my Let's Plays last on my list of priorities, because I don't want my Let's Plays to interfere with my personal life, and believe me, my Let's Plays are staying there. They're staying on the back burner they're staying on the back burner any time I have something more important to do with reality. But when I do record, it will be in a more professional manner. I don't let my Let's Plays interfere with my personal life, but you guys deserve better. So when I do record, it will be better. With that being said, hopefully I've been humble enough for you guys. I do hope. I'm not trying to sound like this wishy-washy old fart who's oh woe is me, oh I'm so miserable, pity me, oh no. I'm trying to impart that I realize where my Let's Plays have gone wrong this year, and I am trying to tell you that I will make reparations. As far as Skyrim is concerned, I don't know, but as far as other Let's Plays that I'll be doing in 2013, those will be back up to snuff. They'll be back up to scratch, and they will be better for it. I'm probably going to go back to some of my roots, some of the more classic games that I enjoy. I've got some good stuff planned for that, and I've still got I mentioned that little question series last time. I will be answering those, certainly. I will be doing that, so have no fear. And again, let me know. So basically, to sum everything up, my Let's Play quality will be improving. 2012 was a hard year, and we will be doing better for it. I will be working to improve them, and I don't know what to do about Skyrim. I honestly don't think I can improve my Let's Play standards and continue with Skyrim as it has been. I mean, I hope I've made a decent case for that, but let me know what you think. I don't want to do something that will upset you guys, but at the same time, I do have to think about the interests of the channel as a whole. So, I'd like to, again, thank you all for your time. I apologize again for my substandard Let's Plays this year, and I will do better for 2013. So, with that in mind, you can now turn off this video and go back to something happy, like a morgue, a cemetery, or a leper colony.